What's going on, everyone? Today we have to talk about Dent. As you can see, this project is literally down 69% in the last month, 60% in the last 2 weeks, 92% in the last year, 32% in the last 7 days, and 12% in the last day. So that's pretty bad. I know you can see the market cap is at 6.1 million and the trading volume is at 5.2 million. So that's it's a pretty big difference. So it's definitely an issue. It's definitely something that you want to take a look at. Anyways, we're going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about why this is happening and what I think is about to happen to Dent. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's get straight into it. So I made a video on this project not too long ago on the 25th of February. I made a video on this, which was pretty much 2 months ago, and it was at 0.000234. And I did this video during a live stream, and it was pretty cool because I pretty much predicted the breakout during the live stream. And on the live, it went up 16%. Actually, a little bit more than there, but from the confirmation area I mentioned, it went up 16%. As you can see there, it was an ascending triangle, and we know that ascending triangles are bullish patterns. So we seen a bullish pattern with the ascending triangle, and then it ended up continuing upwards from there. So that was a pretty bullish signal right there, and I mentioned that during that live stream that we did. So yeah, that's what happened during the live stream, and that's the only video I've made on Dent. And a few days ago, someone asked if I could review it, and I was like, all right, I'll get to it eventually. It was 3 days ago. So I do go over your requests. I just immediately do them for the members of the channel. Like this guy right here, I immediately did it for this person. So anyways, talking about Dent, the reason why it's down so much is because it's getting delisted from Binance. We're just going to hop straight to it. So Binance delisting is happening for Dent, and this is pretty much why it's taking a massive downturn. So not only is it getting delisted by Binance, but the actual developers, they're not posting on their Twitter anymore. So they literally haven't posted since last year. Since the end of last year, they haven't posted. Like it's literally been over 4 months now. So why haven't they said anything? It's almost been 5 months actually, and they haven't said anything about anything. So this is actually a really bad thing. For those of you that don't know what Dent is, it's like an eSIM platform where you can do online eSIMs and stuff. So it's a pretty useful platform, and they have some good utilities, but they just kind of ditch the community. They don't update their Twitter, and now they're getting delisted from Binance, and probably because they haven't updated the community in a while. So the price just started to drop a lot, and this is bad because Binance just so happens to own most of the coins. As you can see here, Binance has 26% in this wallet, 7.7% in this wallet, 2.88% in this wallet. And if they're getting delisted by Binance, that means Binance is probably going to end up selling them. So that's actually terrible. And as you can see here, the whales are there's 14 whale wallets. They're 0.02% of holders, but they own 62% of the supply. That's not good, not good. And then you can see the market cap of the top 5 holders is pretty much 44% of the value of the project. So that's bad. The top 10 holders 55%, and most of it is Binance. So Binance holds almost all of the coins. So that means if you are just a regular retail trader and you're holding this coin, I don't care how much conviction you got in this project, it's probably not a good idea to hold this coin at all, right? When I made the video for this coin, it was during a live stream. So that video was just a clip that I clipped during a live stream. I didn't know anything about this project. I just seen a random project and I was like, watch this. I'm going to show you guys what I do, because I was showing them how I trade. I was like, I'll show you guys what I do. And I looked at Dent. I was like, all right, Dent is about to break out. Give it a little bit and it's going to break out. And that's exactly what happened. Dent broke out from this area here. And then right around the 16% gain area, I was like, okay, see what I just did right there, guys? Like right around this point, I was like, see what I just did there? And then, it kept going and then it topped out. So honestly, this project is I don't have any connection to it. So I'm gonna tell you right now, you probably would definitely want to get rid of this because it's getting delisted by Binance. Like that's literally all you need to know about it, is that it's getting delisted by Binance. Like that's all you need to know. No matter how much conviction you have, it's probably not a good idea to hold it right now. They haven't updated community in forever. As you can see here, Binance delisting. This person says Binance didn't kill Dent. It just confirmed the market had already given up. That's the uncomfortable truth. And they actually wrote a whole article on this. Here's the article. It says Binance didn't kill Dent. Let's just get one thing straight. Binance didn't kill Dent. By the time Binance announced it would delist Dent spot trading on April 28th, so it's not delisted yet, it's the 25th. I mean, in 3 days, it'll be delisted. But anyways, they said that with related futures contracts being closed and settled, the market had already been sending a much harsher message for months. Binance's decision mattered, but it looked less like the beginning of Dent's collapse and more like the moment a major exchange finally stamped it official. So yeah, it's like you can't just abandon your project and not update the community and expect it to do well. So when you do stuff like that, literally the project is just gonna die out. And they had a good project, but they literally did not update the community at all. So what's gonna happen? Exchanges are gonna delist because the price is decreasing. It's down 92% in a year. It's down 69% in the last 30 days. The price is decreasing, so they're like, you know what? We just gotta make a decision and get rid of the project. So yeah, Binance didn't destroy Dent. I mean, Dent destroyed itself at this point. And over here it says Dent had what should have been a reset moment on September 23rd, 2025. One announced it had acquired Dent Telecom and said the business would be rebranded as Tons. A few weeks later, Tons publicly said the apps were being rebranded and that the Dent token would continue as a payment option within the app. That kind of transition should have been the perfect opportunity to rebuild a conviction, new ownership, new branding, and new chapter. Instead, the public facing token story never seemed to become compelling. In the official materials I reviewed, I found the acquisition announcement, the Tons X Dent rebrand post, Tons properties that still show Dent linked utility, and DT1 business updates such as January 2026, Tons eSIM launch on Grab Indonesia. On Grab. So yeah, I used it a lot when I was inside of Thailand and in the Philippines. Then it says, what I did not find clearly serviced in those official pages was a strong token holder roadmap, a visible AMA, or a sustained public campaign. So pretty much what happened is Dent got bought out by a company called Tons, and they did a whole rebranding for it, right? So Dent got bought out by this company. They were Dent Wireless, and then they got bought out by Tons because Tons seen, oh, they have actual product, and they're just some crypto company. And Dent is just some developers. They're not actual business people. So what happens is Tons goes ahead and buys Dent from them, and Tons is an actual company. They don't care about the crypto side of things. They don't care about the Dent coin. They're like, no, you have a good eSIM project or a good eSIM product. I want to get this connected to Grab, which is pretty much the main Uber app for all of Southeast Asia. And that's what they did. They got their Tons connected to Grab. They changed the name from Dent to Tons. They got it connected to Grab. They knew it was an actual product. They don't care about the coin. The coin's dead, right? Now, the Tons eSIM is not dead because there's really nothing tying Tons to Dent. The only thing that was tying it was the fact that it was owned by Dent. Like Dent was owned by the developers, right? But now they've literally given up all rights to it to Tons. So you're probably not going to end up seeing this project ever bouncing back because they were bought out by people who don't care about the actual coin. They don't care about the actual crypto. They bought it just so they can get, they literally bought it just so that they can get the product. They don't want the crypto tied to the product. So yeah, I don't think Dent is ever going to recover. It's probably within your best interest to get out. Binance owns most of the supply. So once they actually delist, it's going to be very hard to sell because Binance will make sure to get off of what they have. They will get off what they have. And it's going to be very hard to sell in the market. There's going to start to be very low liquidity. Everyone's going to dump. If you don't get out now, you're probably going to be screwed. The trading volume is almost as much as the market cap. I'm gonna say it again. If you don't get out now, you'll just be screwed. And this thing could go to absolute zero. So be careful. Yeah, the project is dead. It died, right? There's very rarely do we get confirmation that a project died. But if that's not confirmation, then I don't know what is, because they sold to a company that doesn't care about the crypto, but they sold their product. They didn't sell their rights to their crypto project. But the company that bought Dent rebranded it as Tons, so now it has nothing to do with the coin Dent. What is the coin Dent? Nobody knows, right? This thing's done for. So if you were a Dent maxi, get out. I only made that video as a trading video. Like, it was literally a stream. It was a small clip on the stream that I clipped up and made into a video. And it was just a clip of me doing a technical analysis, showing people why they need to watch my channel. Like, I do good technical analysis, pull up my channel. That's pretty much all that was. I just seen a project and I was like, let's do it. Let's do it. But yeah, right here, what we could call this is a bearish symmetrical triangle or a bear pennant. We could end up having more selling pressure coming from here. And just based off of what we know, yeah, it's definitely going to continue to sell off. So yeah, this is all I got for you guys today. Get out of this as soon as possible. This is all I got. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Become a member of the channel, and I'll immediately go over projects like this for you instead of you having to wait. I literally will do it in a day. Shout out to this person here, says thanks for the video and the speed at which you delivered. And that was for the video I just released earlier. So become a member of the channel, and I'll literally cover the videos for you like that. Right? This one took me a few days because a person who was not a member recommended it, but I still came around and did the video. So if you recommend stuff, guys, in the comments, I'll still do those videos, just not immediately unless you're a member of the channel. All right. So shout out to you guys, all that good stuff. As always, I'll be back with another video.